But on the opposite side, we ain't fucking with them. Now tell me now, you a predator. You always acting like an animal. You turned into a cannibal.
Multiple
Every
Earths.
sick, I got that antidote. Trust me, look, I ain't the one to be planning no. The discrepancies are backfire. Trust me, homeboy, it ain't gonna get you nowhere like a flat tire. It don't matter if you in a Jeep Cherokee or a Pathfinder. You could be talking to a nobody, you ain't know they had wires. Getting all the information from past prior, how you was conducting the land. How you gon' keep on taking, and you ain't got nothing to hand. And now I'm an Indian giver.
Talk about the atmosphere,
Spring, summer, fall time, girl, can you go and just fix me a dinner? Right in the bed, you are feeling a penta. I be making you happy when you be mad. This is not Alice in Wonderland, but I just wanna take you on a beauty path. Yeah, I'm taking a beauty path. You just gotta try to do the math. I know you was doing bad. Tell me what I gotta do to laugh. Taking every color of the rainbow, different mix of you than when I do it, man. I will never take another direction, little engine, not gonna lose my track. Girl, can you see I ain't playing around like you know I be wanting that cookie cat? Can we just go on a coffee date, baby, and potty train, hoping you cool with that? I just know that you got you a dude at the crib, you wanna know when you be back. Yeah, I just got you a place you can come and escape, just don't need to get too attached. Yeah, when I be going through the worst, I'm trying to do better again. And I ain't talking about the sky when I'm in a...
All right, now look, check it out. We're gonna talk about some energies and understanding that what you're in is in a more condensed version of something greater. So you have an earth, a great earth, and an absolute earth. So this takes us into the concepts of understanding layering, but also takes us out of the concept of infinite regress. So you actually have a starting point, and you don't have to get lost into what you just get ready to self-project because you ain't self-reflecting right. Coming up with infinite thoughts within yourself. So you're using your mind to do some shit that you don't necessarily have to do. So this is going to be like the understanding that there's a nature to something, and seeing it through the filtering of the being that you are in is how you can kind of get messages from the holy ones. So that'll just be like understanding your natures and syncing it with something outside of you, the person you in, and the person or the things or the animals that they dealing with outside of this being. Everything outside of this being will be interactions. And understanding your own natures help you understand the holy natures. Understanding the holy natures help us all understand there's an absolute way of us doing something that's relatable. Then when you want to get into interactions or responses, this when we know when we have that sense of something relatable or not. So this also takes you into a situation where knowing that there's an outside nature beyond you that you have to be in sync with. And then there's an outside nature beyond the thing we were within that it's trying to be in sync with. And then this takes us into the great absolute earth. So you don't get into infinite regress, and you kind of understand where you're receiving your particular natures from. And there's many different, for an example, there's many different foreign things within inside of you at the moment that ain't some of the main things that you pay attention to, all the way down to a thought. So you got ideas from other individuals that you might have not came up with, and vice versa. Other people have ideas and stuff like that that you gave them that they didn't come up with. All right, that's a foreign entity. You see what I'm saying? So you do this on a micro scale, but you know we don't all live in you. So you got a quality after something else already had that quality. And that lets us know that if we all share this quality and we're within one thing, that thing had its quality first. So we think our thoughts after it. Then that thing is trying to live amongst a world, amongst things, right? And how we understand that is based upon each positioning that we see the desires, which would be the holy water snake, if you want to look at it from that aspect. But just the transitions of the sun and the moon takes us into understanding that each position is us, even if we're looking as blood cells through the back of this being we're in, we're able to, pardon me, we're able to see or receive multiple experiences. You can have a sense that's something behind you, right? There may be entities in you that gave you that sense. All right, that'd be like your blood cells, your senses, your mind that condense and become your blood flow. So you have spirits creating minds, and if we all in the same spiritual space, the ones that come after you will become your blood cells. Your mind that you made is in the same spiritual space as the spirit that become after you. It's in the same spiritual space that those souls is in. So you're going to have similar mind states that bend in to become similar traits. And if you're having sex, it could become one of your children. But we're not the same. That's not you bringing a spirit. That's you bringing a mathematic manufacturing system procedure down. So we make organs. We make minds and organs for spirits to jump in to experience. So your children are your ancestors. And you are a child of some parents. You are their ancestors. Now, that's not always the case, but it's the same system. You could be living amongst, spiritually and physically, some other groups of individuals that you agree with thoughts a little bit more than who you currently around. And then through this washing machine cycle, you become closer to them, part of their family, and things of that nature. So if you have a best friend that you kind of consider way closer than your family members because of mental qualities, you're building a mental form, and then that's the ability both parties have as a connection in this washing machine cycle to come in and usher each other in through the same family too, depending on how deep y'all connection is. You see what I'm saying? So y'all look at it like that too. But when we come into the earth nature, so you're seeing everything within nature. So that's the mind state collapsing and becoming physical. Cloud becoming water. Atmosphere becoming sun. So, the atmosphere is the mind, the thoughts. And when you collect a whole bunch of thoughts and in a certain pocket, it condenses. You use a whole bunch of thoughts in one area, and then that's how we're making our solar plexus, or how we see things from our individual space, and we fulfill it up with that esoteric substance. You see what I'm saying? So we learn that from Yahlahué, because this is what Yahlahué doing. So there's a great spirit, there's a holy one we're within, and then you are a minor Yi version. You see what I'm saying? AKA a blood cell. If you want to, just to make it simple, or stars. You know what I'm saying? Y'all stars. So for the most part, it lets you know we're imitating a layer system of 3. So we're in your form that build up to become one form, and they all build up to try to become one form. And that's what we start to talk about as the great spirit and stuff like that. But when we get into Yahlahué, that would be the great chief. So it's telling you how to correlate the land, because acting out relatable and in sync, you're making the person we in feel good, and whatever that they're doing is relatable and sync. And when a person feel good, they feel self-reflecting, they're going to self-project that. And that'll be Yahlahué doing that in whatever happy hunting grounds or the esoteric great earth. So you have earth, great earth, absolute earth. And that the absolute earth is the grounds that the great Yahlahué walk in, the great chief. And then for the most part, then we have our earth. So that'd be the holy earth, great spirit is in, trying to understand the absolute earth. And then we inside of the holy earth with our own earth. So you have your own body, earth, and you have your own atmosphere, your mind. And then since we know all live in you, there's a way that goes. So that'd be like the beauty path. That's a direction. You know what I'm saying? That's a spiritual concept that you're creating awarenesses, which is mental forms, and that's the spaceship that we're considering taking direction. You know what I'm saying? That's the spaceship that when you align yourself with your own internal natures with something outside of you that don't even necessarily just represent your own nature, but it's in sync, the more you get relatable results. And then the more that you are doing that, you are in sync. And then we all is in sync with the great chief, and the great chief is in sync with the holy one, with the great spirit. So I'm saying, so we can just call this the holy one that we in. The holy one is in sync with the great spirit. And then that's how we're able to all work as a communion. And if you a lesser spirit at the moment, you could be born out into that concept. It's just a less dense layer. So you get your own atmosphere and your own sun, body. See what I'm saying? Because you are a spirit. You have a mind, atmosphere. You have a body, sun. But that'd be a God body. See what I'm saying? That you'll float in that area. So you'll get out of this being we in and go in and be born in that world amongst the interactions that this being we in is having, so you can understand some things that you may not understand now because you're not really on that type of spiritual path, and you're not in sync with nature in that type of way, and you think it just got something to do with the land or something like that. And it's beyond that. It's understanding how you got here and where you going and what you've done to do it. So you're trying to do something a perfect way. You ain't gonna be perfect, but all of us doing it together become perfection. So I'm saying, so everybody imperfections working together become something perfect. You know what I'm saying? So when you think about us sharing a world, all of us make up all the animals. So you can look at it like this. Let's use yourself for an example. You are a person. Now you have a mind. You are a spirit. Then you have a mind. You know what I'm saying? That's what you create. So you have an individual spirit, which is the soul, and it creates a mind. And then that mind is a condensed it's like atmospheres and all the many shapes and forms it could take. That shows you a washing machine cycle within it. Something less dense becoming heavier dense. You know what I'm saying? A mental form becoming flesh when you collect it in one pocket. And that one pocket is wherever you go, there you are. Your spirit is in one area. You know what I'm saying? And then when you make that substance, it collapses and then it becomes the physical representation of it. So you're a walking emanation of light. You're what light is, just a different shape or form. You're what water is, just a shape or form. You're where air is, just a different shape or form. You what earth is, just a different shape and form. So it's let you know we're building mathematics that we're calling organs, and an organ ain't nothing but a collection of what we calling 1, 2, 3, 4: fire, water, air, earth, spring, summer, fall, winter, for your own self, or birth, life, deterioration, expiration. So, pardon me. So it puts you into a position of knowing that if we all within something, then we're mimicking it in our own way. And the better we all can do it in a relatable way with our own worlds, own bodies, own minds and bodies, that all play out as a synchronizer of what this thing is. And when we do right, this thing does right. So this thing ain't in its own mind thinking that it has retarded thoughts, or it's confused, or it's sick, or it's retarded, you know what I'm saying, or it's making the wrong decisions. For an example, if we're dealing with a humanity problem at the moment, an animal problem, it's because the being that we in, we didn't made it eat something fucked up, or we didn't made it confused, or talk to wrong individuals, or allow to be manipulated by something outside of it, just like a person outside of you. So when we think about knowing the different perceptions or filterings of how we're seeing outside of this being, first you have to go within and connect your natures with something outside of you, nature. Then that's you understanding, oh, okay, there must be a way, an absolute way of doing it. So once you try, that help you understand each time of the year, even when it ain't that time of the year, each pocket is, we're experiencing the surroundings of the being that we in. And this being have different interactions through these different pockets. For an example, let's say we talk about the 30 days of Aries, right? That might be like looking to the left of this being that we in and trying to develop our own perception. Now, if you don't understand your own nature that develop as an imagination, that be more into reality nature, and the imagination is not something that you could debunk at some point, so it don't lead into that faulty science or lead into the actual way of it, then you will actually see that the being we in have sometimes limited or a lot of interactions with other things outside of us. And just because we are seeing it through the being we're in, that's its own personal nature of how to deal with that quality. But that's also all the type of natures it attract outside of it when it has to use its own filter. For an example, you have a chakra, you have a root chakra. When it's time for you in danger, or want to have sex, or want to deal with your passions and motivations, you're seeing things through your own desire. But if it can match with a desire outside of you, or if it don't match with a desire outside of you, you separate from it, right? But that's an interaction you're having outside of you. So think about if your blood cells try to figure out themselves by duplicating you, and then having to understand what equilibrium, a bias out of themselves and a bias outside of the being that we in, aka you. If you had a blood cell getting out of their own bias, 9 times out of 10 you are a person that's trying to get out of biases. So that's how your blood cells is acting after you. So y'all got to work as a union. And then for the most part, that'd be like outside of you and how you're interacting with something with that passion, or let's say through the pocket of Aries or whatever. So we work as a union to see something that's passionate without bias. Now, it's how we all supposed to work as a union. Now, there's other entities that come in with that kind of quality, and then that'll be things that we have to fight internally with ourselves as a team that automatically play out as us pushing something in the atmosphere, and that's the being we in, being able to fight that. So we can't fight disease, the being we in can't fight disease. If we can't fight mental illness, the being we in can't fight mental illness. But do understand that there's a holy, 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 and holy, 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 which would be the absolute. So when we think about how things being produced and born, the holy version, we know we was born naturally. Holy, holy version, holy earth, we know that it's natural things. So we know that the absolute way to go about it, of healing anything, has to be naturally. And that's the only way the Great Spirit created the whole existence and things of that nature. Or just us having the same type of idea, but that was here before you. So when you come into that concept, this is where all of us, even the holy ones, is living in. And if you're not in no type of position of trying to connect with that, this is why you have a lot of insecurities. You have a lot of vulnerabilities that might be petty. They might not even mean anything. So you're too distracted with that, other than things that actually means building the world. And you're building your own world too. Because as a spirit, when you build thought forms, it condenses and become adrenaline. So you're making healthy organ, well-oiled running machines, mere thought. That's your first, because you would say, if you're an atheist, oh, if thoughts bring things into existence, why I can't think, and then why I can't think this, and whatever after this is about to be something that the government made or something like that. No, it's about you making fleshly fluids. You know what I'm saying? And then when we all work together as a communion, it can play out in other ways and stuff like that. But that's the first start of it. It's your duty and obligation to build healthy organs. And if you're on a long path of not being able to do that, then it makes you lack something, and then that's what it builds a lot of insecurities or a lot of energies or hatred towards others, and lack building a culture or lack building mentality yourself. So you can start getting into some energies of getting tapped in. When you too distracted with regular shit and things in the world that don't really have anything to do with anything else but survival and shit, then you're not able to see how it's something inside of you that's in sync with something outside of you, and something outside of you is in a union with something, or trying to be in a union with something. You know what I'm saying? And just acting these qualities out play out in ways of making healthier situations, better relationships, better comprehension skills. You're supposed to know that's the fruit that you get in. And you're supposed to know that's the fruit that actually condense and become whatever that you're trying to get as a monetary gain in the first place. It'd be better routes of getting it. Now, you might come across jealous individuals that may try to block that and put you in a position of survival again, but they can't outweigh the form of creation and bringing into birth of things, because that's the natural way of doing shit. So when you're looking at each pocket from Aries to Pisces, you're seeing the lens through an experience that's outside of even the being that we in, having to see it from the perspective of the being we in. And that's just you having to be tapped in with nature, with your own natures. And then once you develop an imagination on that aspect, you know what this great, you can see through this great being and what it's dealing with and stuff like that, and how to conduct yourself better, because you're like a thought with all of us here inside of this being, that if we act out these thoughts, we actually help the great being make better decisions, so don't eat bad shit or have to make, it's almost like the being we in, we have led it to not do what it used to do anymore. So there's a situation that us being thoughts and blood cells motivated this being based on scenario and situation, that us as a union had led this being to do some things it did, that is not to separate from things that it used to do. And everybody inside of this being has that energy with them. You might have a spirit culture about you, your people, and you know y'all didn't do the things that y'all used to do. You know y'all not doing it, and you know there's something missing, and you know there's something that's replaced. See what I'm saying? So that's all of us as a union experiencing through our own self, then if we all doing it as a whole, that's letting us know the being we in feel like that. And there's a situation where the being that we in have been misplaced or complacent or having to justify something that limits it from doing what it used to do. That was more natural. You see what I'm saying? So we're not seeing a lot of natural surroundings. The being that we in is not around a bunch of natural surroundings, and we're reacting in that same type of way, trying to build an unnatural world in this being. So this being we in probably even eating unhealthy shit it don't have to and shit, because we know that, because we know we don't all live inside of you, y'all don't all live inside of me, but yet we all share something, like we share the ability to think, and it condensed to become a brain, a heart, a dick and pussy. So we ain't all in your brain, so that lets you know we in a brain. But then you don't want to do infinite regress, because there's a concept where we just make thought itself, and that's the holy world. But it's always going to be images like this. We always going to think we physical or whatever the case may be, but the experience is what we're conducting, because that's the only thing that's real. The experience. You can make harsh experiences, less dense experiences, and then you make the relative organ that match it. So teamwork makes the dream work. As spirits, souls make mentalities, and then that mentality work as a teamwork makes the dream work, condensing and become an actual environment. And now as spirits, we actually have an organ to represent whatever atmosphere we make, the thought that condense and become to the environment. Then as spirits, we use that as the next washing machine cycle. And that's how you are human now and things, and you just not sea creatures and shit. So it's putting you into a situation of understanding we're doing something, and when you could get lost in these things and start to separate what each thing is, and then just get lost in separation, where y'all think the sun come from somewhere on the east, the water came from another galaxy and landed here, and Earth was some point always here, or some case may be. Now when we come into the absolute Earth, that have been always here, because spirits always create natures. So that'd be the absolute Earth. So there's a great spirit, the parameter, that had a nature first, right? So for the most part, when you look at it in that aspect, don't anthropomorphize it. It's all possibilities. So you make all possibilities possible, but we not all within you. So it's a team thing, yet you're not greater than that thing that has a thought that you don't have that type of thought. You know what I'm saying? So you just know you're having an after lesser thought, but you have a nature. So that's the first thought that fulfill your individual space in this great parameter space we in. So with your own parameter, you have your own individual pocket nature. So that'd be the great absolute Earth, nature itself. Just not know what y'all call it, physical or less dense. Before you even get to that, the less dense is the holy Earth, nature. Then the heavy dense is the third Earth, the one you in within a being, and then that would be the third nature, or the third world, or however the case you want to be. You know what I'm saying? So when you look at it from that aspect, right, just let you know that there's an absolute way of how we conducted nature. There's a holy way, the manufacturing system where all of us as holy ones is in it. And then it's us building that up as it condenses and becomes physical and things of that nature. And then that's the holy Earth. So we're building up where we're going. So as a spirit, if you come from hell, you only know how to build up hell. If you're a spirit and you come from heaven, and part of the real chosen ones, the holy ones, and the holy children and stuff like that, then you know how to build heaven. So you was manufacturing the atmosphere and environment we're in itself. As the being we in, help fashion the happy hunting grounds, which would be the parameter, the great parameter where all the holy ones is at. When you hail, right, a lot of times it's a lot of spiritual root races that spark off a idea that may be in resistance. So this become the many different creatures in the holy Earth. Not the absolute, the absolute Earth. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of different creatures and a lot of different thoughts. Same way we can see mimickings of that right now. You got birds with their world, minds, and their environment, bodies, and stuff like that. So this is in us as spirits, all of us. But that don't mean a group of spirits didn't become aware before other group of spirits, and then you're inside of the world of another group of spirits because of their mind first. So that's a concept too that we're not going to get into, because we're building worlds, and that's why you're here. So it's a mechanism of birth, life, deterioration, expiration, but it goes in all forms. You're just seeing birth, life, less dense, deterioration, expiration, heavier dense. So that's how you get spring, summer. It's light, you go outside. Fall, winter is getting condensed, is getting frozen based on particular time zone, or however the case may be. So then, when you think about the nature itself, everybody is just interacting out their own individual. So it's only one sense, your nature. Then you like piece them out when you get too lost. You might think physical nature, metaphysical nature, smell, touch, taste, hear, see natures and stuff. But these are all natures, stimuli coming from your stimuli that bends in and become your lifespan. So light attention span bends in and become lifespan. Thought becomes physical. And the more we could put in a thought, the more the organ that we make could live longer. So this is why the spirits root race that make the human can live longer than the animal, because you've been there and done that. Now the spiritual root race that come after that may be a similar animal, use the mind state, the atmosphere that you was relatable and in sync with the great spirit. So you was able to have grace, and that atmosphere was able, that thought form, that way of swimming, whether physically or not, was able to stay here. And then the body also goes back into the dirt. So the spirit that's creating similar thoughts that's coming after can take from the atmosphere and make their own kind of environment, their own body with it. So here's where you get another creature, another species that may have a brain, may have a heart, but the way that spiritual root race did it is plucking from what you have already left behind, your mind and body, atmosphere and environment that was relatable, and they're adding energy to it, that they have the ability to think and make it physical themselves. So since they come after, they already getting helped by what they already inside of and using their own. So they make their own unique, but not as a long tension span and lifespan as you. So you're able to see that the spirit jump in a mind pocket not as long as you, to be able to decipher even before it take actions next time, what to do and what not to do. It's just straight the nature. The nature of the thought and the nature of the organ it made. So even if it's a deer in front of headlights, the deer can't go back to the deer pack and be like, when I jump in this thought that motivated me to take the actions to go on a road in front of headlights, I know that that's not the right thing to do, to stop this time. And I know better time is to not do it they don't have the tension span, the spirit haven't been on the birth, life, deterioration, expiration path long enough. So just that one or two or a couple of species that they're in after the human, that's their level of tension span and that's their level of lifespan. But they also are able to have grace. See, when you just act out your natures, you're able to have grace when you don't know no better. And based off what have came before you, you're the human, so you give that grace to the animal already. That's why you can pee in front of an animal, but you don't pee and shit in front of another human. You know what I'm saying? Some of y'all do, but you know what I'm saying? It's that quality that we're talking about. So it kind of helps you understand that we're acting out natures, and you can get lost in a certain nature, and then that's organ implosion, mental implosion. You fail to know how to produce another mentality that condenses and become another organ. So you're not an engineer. You're not a spaceship engineer. You know what I'm saying? You're not a body maker. You're not a bodybuilder. You know what I'm saying? You're not because this is the knowledge that they even trying to say was alien, right? But when we fashion people, you know what I'm saying? So when you understand you have that connection, whatever comes after, we made it. We're engineering it. Now, we got some synthetic version of this going on. Let's say you're coming around us in in America before Columbus and all that, right? And then you take the knowledge, what we doing in the mind, the mental technology. If you do it in a synthetic way, it look like what we got right now as far as the melting pot concept. Let's make a new human. So here's where you'll get the people in government that was starting to colonize used the Caribbeans as a test grounds to see if they could lighten people up, and if that don't work, because they start to see that don't work, mix things together that could be more of a slave race, and then they see that don't work either though. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, let's make a new human, and this is where y'all get this black and white term from and stuff like that. It's basically them practicing eugenics and mixing y'all together. But the negative portions of eugenics just come from when the outcome is not in their favor. You know what I'm saying? So that's when the destruction come from. But it's all love and peace, and let's all be together if it's worked that everybody could just be white and black, and mainly everybody that's black of color, and then they could just have some mental white power thing going on and stuff like that and control people in that way. But that's what it means with their concept, synthetic version of making new man. But we all fashioned, and we kind of created them. You know what I'm saying? And that's why they got that idea. So just look at it like if you're looking at a bug or you looking at an animal or something like that, you're the alien. You know what I'm saying? But because you came from that first, but you created more foreign thoughts in a natural way. You didn't go nowhere. You was always in yourself. And by us all doing that, we was always in the Great Spirit, the Great Chief. And by the Great Chief doing that, it was always doing things, trying to do things the right way, naturally. You know what I'm saying? So we have to make sure our minds ain't too unnatural when it comes to how we connect with each other. When it comes to the technology we make, it has to be around natural morality, not no technology around synthetic things. For an example, have a technology, let's get into sex dolls. Have a technology around making people relationship better with who they should be around to connect to. Not make no technology about a sex doll. You see what I'm saying? We can have some technology about, if we want to do all that, what they be calling that, the Steiner stuff, whatever, I forget what they be calling it, but like when they be trying to faulty psychology. There's always somebody doing psychology that be needing a psychologist. That's another problem we got to get rid of. If your whole life is studying other people, you need a psychologist. That shouldn't be what a psychologist is. That's a fake job. If your whole life is studying other people, you don't know yourself. So you probably got a worse condition. For an example, let's say if y'all online and y'all start hearing a lot of people start saying people shouldn't have kids because of this. People couldn't, that they're self-projecting. They probably don't have kids. And that's the reason. You know what I'm saying? Whatever they're expressing, that's the reason no one will want a kid with them. But then they'd be up here saying a whole bunch of shit like, yeah, don't have kids because of this, don't have kids because of that. No, that's the reason you don't have any. But, you know, if your parents was thinking like that before you was here, you wouldn't be here. So it's like people goes against the concept of how they got here. Like if everybody parents thought the way that some of these stupid people online be thinking, they wouldn't be here. So they're springing off a generation of, they just about to get out of here. You know what I'm saying? Like they're just nobodies. So they're nobody we need to be listening to, because for them to even be here, somebody was fucking, and they think their opinion is important. So you shouldn't have no opinion about kids, and that should never be in no discussion. So either some eugenics is being practiced behind that, some weird indoctrinated people being practiced behind that. But people need to know, for you to even be here, somebody was fucking. So somebody was fucking for people creating eugenics to be here. Somebody was fucking for somebody to tell somebody else not to have no kids to be here. And if they make any excuse like electric bill or water bill or something like that, these people are out of their mind. You know what I'm saying? Because nobody going to tell no cat or no dogs. And that's why they still got their culture and their language. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, when we get into the earth itself, right? This is what this is: being a dick on the land, being a dick on mother's bosom, and being a dick on mother's bosom and stuff like that, right? That's the staff that turns into the snake. The snake is just, if I start dancing around it, that's just the snake. That's the snake. When you start to wiggle your spine around and start, it represents that too. You know what I'm saying? And, you know what I'm saying? You start to do stuff and move around and shit like that, and then that's like, Washi Shu call that attraction, and they demonize anything that they can't do. So if they got 2 left feet, it gotta be a Moses story. Replace it with a white man first to make it seem like they did it, but they don't practice what they preach, right? And then it gotta be some magic behind it, but really was just convincing the Pharaoh that it's gonna rain tomorrow. You know, and then shit, you supposed to know that yourself. It ain't my fault you so much in your distraction and pervert energy. You don't know the phases of the moon and know that it's gonna come around again like that. So if I'm getting ready to tell you, because I'll pay attention to the shit like that, don't demonize me and get ready to kill me and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? And tell everybody I got some hidden knowledge or some shit like that. And then take the shit for yourself. Then create a whole NASA page and astrology page and shit like that, and then claim you created it in the first place. Man, get out of here with that shit. You know what I'm saying? Then anytime somebody else start talking about it, it's a whole smear campaign. This ain't it. This ain't it. No, we got this history. We just discovered this mummy. We just discovered this. You know what I'm saying? All this little stupid bullshit and things and that. So it's like no logic behind it and stuff like that. You gotta think about that. There's no logic behind it. Just like whoever spamming or whatever the case may be. It's like kids. You know, we didn't make everybody don't even respond to the chat no more. How much they burnt themselves out and stuff. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, you gotta understand, like, this the world we in and stuff like that. And people can't deal with their own natures. But when you understand nature itself, you know there's an absolute way of going about something. So these things of the nature allows you to be of the world, not in it. People in the world and stuff like that, they have a lot of investment. So us being in the energy we in, a lot of the CIA butt is hurt. You see what I'm saying? But they still haven't dealt with their internal energies. So they just can't throw away what they got so much investment on. So it's just about trolling. But, you know, don't ever think it ain't no somebody else other than the CIA. You know what I'm saying? But, yeah. It just lets you know the natures. Think about your neighbor natures or your family, friends, associates, people you went to school with natures. And then compare and contrast with the government natures and stuff like that. So you know who doing what and shit. You know what I'm saying? So you don't have to overthink or overanalyze. They felt like they got their YouTube taken from them. And they feel like they got to get the minds of the people back. But they don't have an audience. We the people. So you trying to get us back? Like, I don't get it. That ain't the way to do it. You know what I'm saying? Or shit. So, you know what I'm saying? That's just that. You know what I'm saying? They can get online and make up. They don't watch us all they want. Look at the damn Democratic Party. Look at the damn Republican Party. If these ain't live examples that they mad as fuck right now, they mad as hell. You know what I'm saying? Mad as hell. Y'all trying to make something ain't what it is and is what it ain't. Y'all get online and try to act like y'all ain't the CIA. We expose y'all ass. Y'all get on here and keep trying to do it to act like what they don't think we ain't. And y'all ain't got no Democratic Party no more. You know what I'm saying? How about that? I don't give a fuck who y'all throw up there. Y'all damn near Republican Party no more. And it's cause of this. I don't give a fuck what y'all talking about. Y'all can make up shit on the line. Y'all on the news. Y'all no. It's everybody in the world seeing y'all shadow banning people and playing with numbers. The end. And y'all flooding people's shit. It ain't nothing else that's making us come together. So y'all gotta understand that. It ain't nothing else. Y'all think y'all be doing shadow bans on people's stuff and things of that nature. But the main reason y'all failing is because this, nothing else. Not what y'all get on the news and talk about. Not what y'all try to get online and combat. Every psyop is an excuse for us to not even care about anything y'all talking about. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what the hell y'all got in y'all mind. I don't know what y'all done got in y'all mind though, but yeah, y'all keep fucking with content creators and other shit and keep trying to make narratives around it. Y'all ain't gonna have no government after a while. Cause y'all need people. I don't know why y'all keep trying to separate us from the people. Y'all not gonna have nobody in y'all favor, not even white people. Y'all just gonna be on some dummy shit. Nobody cares about what y'all do online and in chat. And then y'all shadow ban people and stuff like that. Y'all messed y'all own self up. Y'all made people think other ways. Like, why do they care about this? Why are they doing that? Y'all, once y'all had too many soccer moms thinking like that, man, y'all could forget about the Democratic Party. Nobody want to even be a part of nothing. You know what I'm saying? Because we're looking at it like, if this what y'all busy with, what's the point? There's no point to it. There's no point of being a part of it. If this what y'all busy with. Y'all can go ahead and take that back to Europe or something like that, whatever the case. You know what I'm saying? So everything is made up. Protesters is made up. Anything y'all say on the news is made up. Anything y'all put online is made up. It's just pretty much y'all on people's faces at this point. So y'all just flooding people's chat. But that's as far as it's gonna go. It ain't gonna go no further than that. But yeah. So you gotta understand it's a great earth. And understanding natures itself is allowing you to know people's faulty natures and what needs to be replenished and depleted. And so we all here to teach each other and stuff like that. So that's the main thing. But it ain't what we do, it's how we do it. You just have a lot of individuals doing it in negative ways that put themselves in a position that they don't understand what shift we in right now. So it doesn't matter what book you got, what knowledge you got. You ain't shit in today's time. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Ain't no occult shit you can use that help you. You know what I'm saying? Everything is natural, order, and simple. Using any occult practice just to rule over somebody's property. It ain't got nothing to do with the occult practice. Got everything to do with you had nepotism and you just want to get paid off that property. That's it. It ain't got nothing to do with nothing else. Don't make it about no symbol. Don't make it about no sign. Don't start speaking in codes. None of that. All that shit is like old days. That's old days. You're not even a man if you speak in codes in today's time. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Anytime I speak straight up and what the fuck I mean and what the fuck I'm saying. That's true knowledge. Don't nobody even want to buy no book in today's time if you ain't coming like that. Sorry. I'm sorry. You ain't got that talent. You ain't got that quality. Chalk it up. If you thought you was a psychologist, chalk it up. If you thought you was some health remedy or something, chalk it up. I don't care what y'all created as some form of nepotism. So I got a PhD quality means somebody listen to you. No, you got to chalk it up now. If you ain't dealing with people in their real life and people and their culture and stuff like that, and that's your recommendation, like the word of mouth type shit, and they can be you just can't come out of nowhere and just be like, oh yeah, because I went through this and I went to this school sorority, and I don't give a fuck about that. You ain't our family. And every ethnicity thinking like that right now. You can't come out like that. You ain't coming out like that. Not as much psyops we getting on this motherfucker shit. As much vaccines and shit we figured out was wrong and all this motherfucking shit. You out your motherfucking mind if you think you got any damn connection on that level. You can kiss my ass. And you gonna be kissing people's ass you don't see. We just content creators. We don't speak for everybody, but we're the sentiment of everybody. Motherfucking, so get that straight. Content creators ain't motivating nobody to do shit. We are the people. We're the sentiment of what people think. Not us getting online and we got some magic trick to make people think another way. No, we get online and just speak about what everybody around us is speaking about. Motherfucker, that's what the fuck we do. We just the ones that's trying to get on camera. Other than that, motherfuckers don't give a fuck about getting on camera nowadays. Oh shit. That's phony. But y'all gotta get y'all mind right and grow up a little bit. Y'all like kids. But at some point we make a more healthier grounding, then that's going to be sufficient. But we need more men. We ain't got enough men in government, and we ain't got enough men just in general. We got people who ain't men trying to raise men, so that'd be like people in government right now. But we see the government is raising men to be online, and raising is like 80% women too and stuff like that. So this makes the military look phony now. This make everybody even in the military like, this phony. I'm just doing this for a job. This make all of us look at it like, what y'all doing? Y'all just exercising and dropping a bag and using our tax dollars for shit real people not even involved in. Nobody trying to loot or whatever the case may be. So y'all bullshitting. That's what it looked like. Y'all bullshitting. And so you can chalk it up as a form of entertainment yourself. You playing with yourself though. That's all you doing. That's all y'all doing, playing with your own credibility. That's all you doing. You just playing with your own credibility. You damn sure ain't playing with mine. Y'all trying to. Fucked up y'all own shit even worse. I make all kind of psyops and shit, try to make it seem like they did all kind of shit, man. I don't even want to get into that childish shit. That's for kids. Because when I get offline, I mean, you know what I'm saying? So the moment they start trying to affect my real life, sending all them damn fire trucks and shit like that, and bullshit, you're a fucking kid. You know what I'm saying? Real shit. Nobody thinking about you. Fucking kids. But you don't got no credibility, just know that. That's over with. For everybody. You know what I'm saying? That's over with. You don't just push out that energy, especially towards me. You think real people in the world and everybody, especially around me, everybody like, hell nah. Like, dude, that's any form y'all do right now is racism. You even try to do a protest anywhere, that people gonna look at that as racism. We're gonna look at everybody in a mask as part of y'all. We're gonna look at everything that's set up. Y'all just set that up. And then when y'all start trying to act like y'all trying to stop it, y'all all a team. That it ain't no other way. Get out of here. You know what I'm saying? Don't bring that shit around nobody. Keep that shit in y'all suburbs or where the fuck y'all at and shit like that with them using our tax dollars with that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? That bullshit. Y'all ain't eating right. I'm saying y'all ain't dealing with y'all relationships right or something like that. If y'all busy with doing shit like that, you damn sure ain't eating right. Y'all damn sure ain't taking y'all money and using it to go on a vacation or something like that. Y'all working hard towards retard shit. Y'all working hard towards retard shit. Oh shit, look at man, the motherfucking hood. Even people with common sense in the suburbs, man, ain't nobody in their right mind. Somebody next door neighbor talking about, hey y'all, let's get up and go protest. Ain't nobody doing that. Ain't nobody doing that. Don't make nobody's block hot, dude. Go somewhere. Ain't nobody doing that. So when anybody doing that done, that's government. Ain't nobody else but the government. Get out of here. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? These people are retarded. So if we see this is what they busy with, no, nobody want to be a part of that. You know what I'm saying? So don't stop making narratives and making yourselves important and jumping in people's chats and then making up Disney narratives on news channels and shit like that. Y'all killed y'all credibility. Y'all messed y'all whole credibility up. You know what I'm saying? So I don't care what y'all be saying in chats or whatever the case. Especially in my chat, I don't get paid for this shit. So it ain't really nothing you even bribe me with. You know what I'm saying? Real shit. I'm up here talking to my people. How you got the notifications? You know what I'm saying? Y'all do y'all see that? How like a trolls, they always got the notifications to people and shit. Real shit. They scared of something. I don't know what y'all scared of, shit like that. You going to hell though. You know what I'm saying? Like, so that's what you scared of. Stop watching my channel. You know what I'm saying? I don't tell y'all to watch my channel. You can go watch something that sound like something that's for you. You ain't got to watch something that sound like you on the opposite end of it. Because that's all it is. You know what I'm saying? Somebody butt hurt. Something wrong with their natures. You know what I'm saying? So they get on my channel to get told about their natures. I don't know these people. They're strangers to me. So obviously I'm saying something you interested in. But if you hating, you interested into trying to figure out your natures. And I know a little bit more about them than you. That's the only way you could be on my channel hating. But you constantly here every day. That's it. You know, don't make it nothing else though. Don't try to make it seem like, and then because they'd make another narrative. Hey guys, we're getting ready to stop online psyops. That is you. Whoever get ready to say that, it was them. That's them. They are part of the whole thing. Don't let no news channel get away with nothing. You know what I'm saying? Real shit. No news channel get away with shit. Spot everything. Shame everything. Discredit everything. Shame motherfuckers. Discredit everything so a motherfucker can't use shit. Because that's all they try to do. Do a crime, be criminals, and try to make you in the same light as them. No, ain't nobody no criminals like y'all. You know what I'm saying? So don't even let something get built to the fact that they can do it. Every little piece, point it out. So they ass lock themselves up in jail, put their ass themselves in a trash can on trash day, and take themselves out back to their motherland or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Don't participate in shit. Don't participate in shit. We govern ourselves. If people don't know how to govern themselves, let them crash. Let everybody who don't know how to govern themselves crash. If they think they rich, we see they don't know how to govern themselves. They gonna lose credibility. If people poor who don't know how to govern themselves, they need to get hit upside the head with a nightstick anyway. Who gives a fuck? You know, who do they live around? Who raised them to not give them no common sense to say they don't go out there and protest nothing? Fucking retarded. I'm saying, so what is it in it for you? Did you get paid? Bitch, go get a job. You know what I'm saying? Real shit. Ain't nobody parents tell nobody to go protest, bitch. You know what I'm saying? Real shit. Fuck that shit. I don't know who told people that. Who told people that? That's bullshit. That's motherfucking bullshit. Ain't nobody telling nobody to go motherfucker. Ain't nobody in their right mind. You know your goddamn parents or your auntie or somebody tell your monkey ass to go get a motherfucking job before you go pick up a motherfucking sign. So obviously motherfuckers getting paid and shit. You know what I'm saying? Stop acting stupid. Anytime you see a person with a mask, they know that's what they do. The whole fraternity said, we're going to be the ones with the mask, motherfucker. So the ones out here saying, hey guys, we need to watch this or watch Antifa or something like that, that's them, motherfucker. That's the psyop, motherfucker. This is what they used to do to us. They used to come and act like native tribes, leave feathers around and shit like that for Britain to think it was the Native Americans and shit like that. Then Britain start getting mad and blow up Native American villages and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Thank you so much for the cash app. Keep tripping. I appreciate that from Mama Art. So they be doing all kind of psyops for y'all to argue with each other. Don't be a part of no shit if you want to survive, bitch. You know what I'm saying? Real shit. That's foolishness. That's foolishness. Would you get a $1,200 check to go out there and hold a motherfucking sign? You know what I'm saying? Real shit. I mean, what you holding a sign for, bitch? There ain't nothing you can do in nature, bitch. You know what I'm saying? There ain't nothing you can think about somewhere else, bitch. You want to go collect with a whole bunch of other flunked out ass retards and shit like that and go stand in front of a building none of y'all own. Who does that? Now I can see if it's a building I own. I'm there every day. Y'all better not loot this shit. Y'all, so I tell you that right now. Anybody even come close, you disappearing. You don't even exist no more. You come any inch closer to that shit. If I ain't got nothing to do with it, I'm not there. I don't know nobody who do retarded shit like that. And if I fuck the bitch who do retarded shit like that, I guarantee we ain't fucking no more. Guarantee. My part of my birds are the same feather that flock together. I'm saying that ain't part of my birds that flock together. You know what I'm saying? So we'll do shit like that. We protect. We don't protest. We protect. Now, once you start just going out of hand, doing dumb shit, that is on purpose now. Even now, you might get hit upside your head with an arrow or two. Man, other than that, all that other shit for the birds, man. Let the ego see it. Let the other spirits see it. Let the other spirits deal with it. You know what I'm saying? These people will deal with themselves eventually. And we always see it done. Anytime there's some in-house business, in-house white collar, blue collar, cult, whatever the case may be, these cats start killing themselves. They start killing each other. It's always the same. Just let people kill themselves. You know what I'm saying? Real shit. It's always the same. Leave people alone. They ain't gonna have nothing else to do with nobody else but people who think just like them with. That's it. Dimwits. And it'll never fail. That's all you gotta do. Just sit around and look and watch and don't participate. And you can just watch it like a movie. Up, they getting ready to turn on each other. Up, they getting ready to be, you know what I'm saying? Up, they getting, well, that's it. Just sit back and watch. And they get your ass involved. You part of the mess. You part of the love of hip hop. You part of the as the world turns, the God and light and shit. You get turned into a statistic. You want to be remembered for being the leader of the damn protest. For what? You ain't get paid. You ain't get no store after it. Nothing. Your punk ass went right back to college or something like that. I'll say the next day. I went right back to your cult the next day. Some punk ass shit like that. Man, all this shit is like outdated. This is dinosaur shit. I'm gonna keep it 100. This shit dinosaur shit. This shit low key dinosaur shit. You know what I'm saying? This is dinosaur shit. We kind of out of that. It's about time to get out of that, man. Because we need to be building something like that where all the kids feel good again, going through the park. They ain't doing nothing but throwing a whole bunch of drones up there to fuck up the weather. That's why we ain't got no spring. Whole spring was raining and shit like that. Man, they did that on purpose. These guys did that on purpose. All you gotta do is create a different temperature in the atmosphere where it ain't that temperature. It create humidity in the area it ain't supposed to be at. All right, it's gonna get cloudy. It's gonna start raining. These guys know what they doing. Cats know what they doing and shit. Duh. You know what I'm saying? Go outside on a hot day with a cold glass or something. Boom, you get temperatures that create the friction, and now you get suds. Okay, when you do that on the large scale, bitch, you can make a whole city rain, bitch. Duh. There's some hot ass drone or chemtrail floating through man, it's getting ready to rain a whole week next week. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no telling what's in that water. Ain't no telling what's in goddamn grandma's water. Boil water. You need to boil all your water you get. Even water y'all get from the store and shit. Boil that shit. Boil it. Kill all that shit in it. You don't go running in the rain like we used to. We can't do that no more. I mean, white boy got technology and fake power behind them now. Ain't no telling what's in the rain water. You know what I'm saying? Because it don't even be a time it's supposed to rain. They ain't rain naturally. That ain't natural rain. That's forced rain. Forced rain. Ain't no telling what kind of radiation they got in them damn drones and shit and goddamn chemtrails and shit. People get spread. Nobody got hairlines no more. Fucking shit up. No bitches got the size of their hairs no more. I'll say everybody's shoulder blades got arthritis in it and shit like that. Nobody collarbone is on the even inch as the right and the left one anymore. Everybody getting crushed. You gotta look at your grandma right now. I bet she's doing this right now. I bet she's doing this right now. You know what I'm saying? Fuck it, everybody up. fucking us up. Fucking everybody up. Say y'all don't understand shit. But y'all just, I gotta go get my medication for my diabetes. Like it's normal. Like that's normal. Like diabetes was in the beginning of existence with all species. Go ask the tiger right now, do they got diabetes? I'm saying real shit. Go ask the lion right now, do they got cancer or shit? You get ready to go on Google, do lions got cancer? Of course a white boy gonna tell you that. Oh, of course that. Shit, they done put it in everything. Of course. They didn't put cancer in rats and put cancers and goddamn guinea pigs and all kind of shit and things of that nature. Shit, your ass ain't nothing new. That's what you need to understand. You the one ain't nothing new. You get ready to go on Google and be like, yeah, well, shit, when this existed and shit like existed when white boy created it and put it in that animal. Know what I'm saying? Start looking at you like an animal. Now you got STD and shit. Know what I'm saying? God damn. Fuck y'all up. Killing y'all. Fucking y'all over. I'm saying y'all got to fuck y'all over, man. Y'all don't see it though. Y'all just lost in Walt Disney, the favorite Love and Hip Hop episode and shit like that. What Christine Rock get ready to do next week, and that's all cool. You know what I'm saying? But you should be able to look at her and be like, damn, they did a number on her ass too. You know what I'm saying? Oh shit, you should be able to do that. You should be able to do that. That's enough celebrities out here for you to be able to look at like, damn, okay, yeah, I'm distracted in one area, but this is some wisdom in another area too. I'm watching a goddamn voodoo doll. You know what I'm saying? Y'all never put those two together. Like, it's okay to be distracted. Look, we all be entertained. I do too and shit like that. But in the middle of being entertained, I'm also able to see I'm looking at a voodoo doll. I'm also able to see that. I'm also able to see that. You know what I'm saying? Real shit. So I know if I want to be in the same position, I know I don't want to be no voodoo doll. The end. It really don't go no further than that. So, you know what I'm saying? This is pretty much it. But other than that, man, it's just about letting y'all know the different natures in this world and what y'all got to deal with, because it ain't really nothing too deep and ain't nothing spooky. People have to make it spooky. People have to make it more than what it is. So that's what y'all kind of seeing right now with people who got access to AI and stuff like that, how they just flood people's channels and shit like that. But they really just put themselves into a discredited position. And they gonna realize it pretty much. They gonna realize it soon enough. You know what I'm saying? They can act like it's something else right now. They can act like, oh no, it ain't that. No, it ain't that. It's this, and we control everything, bitch, and we don't give a fuck, and we don't create some more smoke in the air, whatever the case may be. All right, they just thinking to themselves. You gotta look at it like this. You somewhere don't even know these people. They somewhere thinking about you and creating ways to affect you. They're in their own mind. So the only time you start thinking about them is when your life get affected. Other than that, nobody's like real. Like this is pretty much nobody trying to be somebody. Willing to go extreme to do it. Pretty much it. Like ain't really nothing else to look at it. Because we damn sure ain't asked them to come over here on these lands. I'm pretty sure nobody else asked them to come on the continents. And it is in people's faces at this point and try to make it seem like it's some normal shit. This ain't normal. You're a damn pervert. This ain't normal. They're all pervert. Hey guys, we can all be one. You want to all be one. You got some weakness somewhere. You ain't a man. I don't need a soul governing me. You know what I'm saying? So whoever's self-projecting that, you need govern. You probably got access to something that somebody can't stop you from doing, and everybody around you know it ain't the right thing to do. You don't need to be in no position to govern nobody. See that right now? We can see that clear as day, of which y'all even started to exercise online. Y'all don't need to be in no psychologist positions. Y'all don't need to be all these women on these news channels talking about what we need to do with laws or whatever the case may be. Every time y'all even go even further down it, y'all gonna get discredited at this point. Like this is y'all. I don't know what y'all think y'all doing, but I don't even know why y'all made yourselves like that noticeable. Like, y'all should have stayed doing what y'all doing if you think you gods and think you somebody special. This type of stuff should be beneath you. But see, they thought we wasn't gonna catch on. But you have to be intelligent for stuff like that to work. You can't be stupid yourself. That's only gonna go so far. So your only cookie or brownie points about it is around the time it first started, when ain't nobody expecting that shit. People start figuring shit out on other bases y'all not even thinking about. That let you know that you trash in your real life. If you dealt with enough real people, you'll have a better way of doing what y'all doing. Y'all just exposing that y'all trying to control narratives, and this is y'all only way of knowing how to do it, because y'all lack charismatic gifts. So even when y'all create those AI motion sensor people that be fake, but y'all be the real person behind it, but be still moving around and stuff like that like it's a real person, even when y'all do that, y'all got to be other people. You can't never just be yourself. And if you could be yourself, you wouldn't even came up with having to do that. Like, think about it. Who's seriously sitting around using our tax dollars to come up with AI to create some online shit where we don't know if we talking to a real person or not? That's pervert shit in general. I would never ask for my tax dollars to go towards no shit like that. That's weak. That ain't intelligence. Who said that's? I like to look at things simple. That ain't intelligence. That's beta male. So any man up here in some secretary bitch energy, that they're gonna start sounding like that. Hey guys, we got this technology. We should some shit that look like a bitch job. The CIA got bitch jobs. Them female jobs. You got a motherfucking female job. You know, bitches do shit like that. You know what I'm saying? And get on filters and do a bunch of filters and shit and things of that nature. You don't be no grown funky ass man, and that's what you into, and you get ready to start thinking you about to teach us and slowly usher us into motion sensors and fake AI. You ain't a fucking man. Shut your ass up, Mitch. I'm saying real shit, man. We ain't about to be giving none of that shit no credit. It's cool for other shit, GPS, other shit like that. Shit, the way y'all get asking Siri shit, man, it got too much bias in it though. But the moment y'all could, every man, we go, let's take photo pictures and shit. Any man come out here and start teaching about motion sensor, you can make an AI, whatever the case may be. Oh, we need to tell him go sit down, and whoever allow him to even do that, we need to vote them out of office as soon as possible. As soon as possible, start voting out people. We need a vote out system. Fuck that vote in system shit. Vote out system, and let that be the next remaining one. Not no vote in and vote out. No, just the new one, vote out. Let's get to work voting everybody out. I'm saying real shit. Everybody as a people need to come together and create a voting ballot, a vote out ballot. They created voting, vote in. You know what I'm saying? We don't never get nobody we want to vote in. We need a vote out ballot. That's what we need. Soon as somebody come talk about sex dolls, vote out. Everybody established with it, whatever the case. You know what I'm saying? Soon as we get rappers like P. Diddy and another one getting sex traffic in charge, and we ain't got them locking up the whole porn industry, but for vote out. Vote out. You know what I'm saying? You can't serve two masters. Bitch, y'all like making money off people fucking or you don't. Bitch, you have to pick one. It don't make us no motherfucking difference. But y'all motherfuckers be trying to get us involved in shit, and then in the same goddamn lens do a whole bunch of negative shit and things of that nature. And y'all ain't got no goddamn mind to get away with shit like that. Y'all ain't got the mind like that. Y'all don't got it like that. Y'all retarded. Anytime somebody picks somebody like Jasmine Crockett or anybody, like, just fucking retarded. You know what I'm saying? Like, who are y'all audience? Even the Republican Party. Who are y'all audience? Y'all not even men. Nobody want to see y'all get up here and start talking about a whole bunch of tariffs and war and little love and hip hop games and shit. Man, y'all either gonna be men and y'all gonna get up and fight, or y'all ain't. Shut the fuck up that day. Don't get online and talk. What the fuck y'all talking? Nothing. These cats don't be talking about shit. I'm saying nobody care about white boy problems. They're trying to get everybody involved in white boy problems. Nobody care about white boy problems. Y'all the only ones causing some type of beef with people that got to do with explosions around the world. Man, I ain't got shit to do with nobody else but y'all. Them white boy problems. Stop trying to get everybody else involved. Because that's what I'm saying. Like, who is their audience? They get on the news and start saying us and we. That's y'all shit. Y'all causing beef with other people we don't know and shit like that. We still trying to figure out how we can get at the round table and discuss gas prices and shit like that. You damn sure ain't about to distract us with something else. I'm saying real shit. You damn sure ain't about to sit here and distract us with something else. That's bullshit. They on some bullshit right now. You know what I'm saying? So they on their own. They on their own, whatever they do. They on their own. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how y'all participate with any of that damn shit. They on their goddamn own. They started it, they shit in their own shit. And y'all causing all these confusions and people not knowing themselves and all this us being broke for the last 40 presidents and shit. How the fuck we been going through a recession for 40 fucking presidents? God damn it! I just tell you, white boy don't know how to deal with money. It's either white boy don't know how to deal with money or white boy scamming and just robbing everybody else. But y'all gonna have to pick one. Y'all can't serve two masters. Y'all gonna have to actually pick one. When in history can we actually pick? That was something right. You can't. You probably run your own little personal business or whatever way better than whoever quote unquote supposed to be running the country. Name one president that wasn't talking about a damn recession or whatever the case may be. So it's only two things that could be: white boy don't know how to deal with money, a white boy lying to us about dealing with money and just taking it and creating ways for us to give our tax dollars to them. You ain't gonna serve two masters. I don't give a fuck what ethnicity you is. You retarded. Real shit. You ain't about to sit here and act stupid. Because if you ran a motherfucking McDonald's business where you at and you got a family member in there and they keep fucking up the damn cashier and shit like that, keep fucking up the money for the re-up of the motherfucking the Borg meat patties and shit like that, and the Rugrat Tommy patties and Tommy Dill pickles and shit, you know what I'm saying? That motherfucker, you gonna make them get the fuck on. You gonna make them get on real quick. How the fuck we been going through like 40-something presidents and we still got the same fucking shit? Get the fuck out. What the hell is we talking about? The fuck is we talking about? Ain't nobody about to sit up here and watch Love and Hip Hop every fucking day. That's what it sounds like. Y'all been watching Love and Hip Hop for the past 40 presidents. Y'all been broke every president. Before presidents, nobody was thinking about brokenness. We wasn't broke. We was rich. See what I'm saying? Think about it. Before presidents, Native Americans, we was rich. After presidents, all y'all broke. Think about that. Think about that. Think about that shit. Think about that shit. You know what I'm saying? All y'all in a weird situation and shit like that. So, yeah, it just get weird and shit like that. But this is the way that they can get off their opinions. But always understand, it doesn't matter the chat or whatever. Their opinions only lead into glorifying some general that was a reprobate. That's it. So they don't. In an animal mind, the only way they even know how to roast is threatening you with some 1700 type shit, some scorched earth type shit or some shit like that. Or my forefathers took over. My forefathers blew everybody. This is reprobate. They're no good. Just know that this is a live example of somebody who just ain't no good. You ain't no good. You ain't got nothing to talk about. You ain't got nothing good to say. You ain't got nothing. Then when you get your spiritual ass kicked, you just go back to what you've been talking about. Pretty much it. Don't really go no further. This is how you got to treat children. You got to treat the government like a female too. So if you're a man and you've been in a relationship with a female, you should know how to treat the government. You know what I'm saying? 90% of the problems is words. You just gotta peep game and shit. Yeah, peep game. 90% of it is words, and you need to be wrapped around her finger type energy. So in the mind, even when you got to be a mind reader. You got to be a mind reader. You got to be like, hey, massa, I know you lying, but I want to believe you telling the truth. So you got to do that, because that's what they think. They think like, hey, I'm playing y'all God, but I don't want y'all to know I'm playing y'all God, because y'all gonna start bitching again about racism and stuff like that. Y'all say that's what they really think in the government. But see, they want you to be like, yeah, I know that. So you know how I'm acting right now. Tap dancing. But I'm about to go at my people though. I'm gonna go at my people because my people do doing. You know what I'm saying? And then they know what you're doing, because they like, oh, they know they tap dancing, but they just don't know the lengths of it. Yeah, keep doing it. I'll probably, you know what I'm saying, put you on the stage somewhere or something like that, bitch. And that's as far as they look at y'all and shit like that. That's a coon. That's everybody in the Democrat Party, Republican Party. Fucking coon. You know what I'm saying? Goddamn coon. You know what I'm saying? There's a bunch of coon and shit. You know what I'm saying? For no apparent reason. So y'all gotta peep game. Look at their jokes. They jokes got something to do with them. Didn't Jordan Peterson try to kill himself off of some pills or whatever the case may be? So they feeling it right now. So this is what they basically doing in my chat. You know what I'm saying? Some shit that they created. Y'all know White Boy created crack, right? Only the white boys was off all that retarded shit and DMTs and all that dumbass shit and things of that nature, the alcohol, shit like that, and getting frustrated over that. So this as far as they jokes could go. They jokes can't go nowhere else. So this what makes them look uncool, makes them look lame, like lame as hell. You know what I'm saying? Lame person, lame being. You gotta get more involved into yourself. Practice joking around people around y'all or something like that. Like you should do that first. You just show that you a government psyop when y'all do y'all jokes. Then y'all make us all look in other people's chat to see if it's the same thing going. And it'd be the same thing going. So it'd be like, oh, these are the same people just using different names and shit. And we all seeing that. Like we all seeing that. It's like it'd be obvious. So it's like, oh, this is a fashion in the government that they doing. And they're just bad at it. They're not good at it. So pretty much. You know what I'm saying? That's why whoever watching y'all know the chat, especially when it comes to new names and stuff like that. All y'all content creators should know that that's well, y'all already know. But y'all see how they try to do it on my page extreme. So they go so extreme on my page, they don't understand they do an extreme burnout. So even the people y'all think y'all got wrapped around y'all finger, they switch up on y'all. So I don't, like, they can have somebody right now that they probably send a lot of videos through the emails and be like, hey, talk about this, talk about this. And these people probably watching me right now, and then being able to look back at their personal situation that ain't as bad as how they doing it on mine, but they'll be able to put the two and two together and be like, wait a minute, this is kind of same kind of shit. Yeah, this person in my email, I ain't never met this person in real life. This person trying to get paid off it. Oh, this is AI. This is the feds. You know what I'm saying? So eventually, y'all not ever going to be able to, you keep burning yourself out on my page, y'all ain't even going to be able to use the people pages y'all own. People going to start questioning and stop fucking with y'all. Because y'all already be telling on yourselves and shit. You know what I'm saying? I really could expose all y'all. I be trying to let y'all breathe. I let y'all breathe because I'm the adult. You ain't. I could crash y'all whole shit if I really wanted to. Because the energy I got, if I really wanted to get on every app, do 100 videos and live streams a day, and troll everybody, the people who already know me and the people who don't know me, I'm so creative and talented, it won't be a concept that a person will look at me like I'm even spamming or anything. It'll be just me taking all y'all power. I don't care to do that. But I see this how busy y'all be. So you going to hell, not me. So I can do what you doing on a greater scale. You know what I'm saying? So you keep playing a little punk game. I play the adult. I'm a real man. So you can try to flood my shit. Then the shit you try to do don't work. You know what I'm saying? The end. The end. You know what I'm saying? All you can do is brag about property, claiming you own something. You ain't shit, physically or mentally. You can't get the side of nobody. Period. You're just unuseful. Worthless. Is that real shit? Pretty much. I hate to break it to you that way. You know what I'm saying? But y'all act like y'all wanted that answer. How much y'all flood my page, y'all act like y'all want these answers and stuff like that. I don't care about y'all that much for me to even think about y'all. So when y'all flood my page and shit, that's the only reason I'm even talking about y'all. Anything else, you get your spiritual ass kicked. But I don't forget all the shit y'all been doing for 10 years either, though. That's what they trying to do. They're trying to make it seem like I gotta be in some weird energy, like y'all ain't grown ass men that's strangers in my mix. That's disrespectful beyond y'all doing it year after year because y'all paid and y'all in some motherfucking government psyop type shit or whatever. So in your mind, it ain't no personal thing to you. It's personal to me. So that's personal. You don't come invading my personal dwelling or whatever I got going on for no reason. Like, I don't even know who the fuck is y'all. Like, you just came no reason. I'm talking about astrology and all this kind of shit. They came and then got the nerve to get on the news or be online and shit like that, making narratives about certain sentiments we in and shit like that. Yeah, right. Everything's sold up. The hell with the Democrat Party, y'all ain't never getting no votes. Y'all can forget that. Y'all might as well just go back home. For real. Like, you can just go back home. You're not needed. If this what y'all busy with, you're not needed. We govern ourselves. You're not needed. You're not even a governor. Y'all are unsafe. Kids are unsafe. If it's kids already who don't want to be a part of that, okay, y'all are the people that's unsafe then. So we have to protect children from y'all. The urban area is in a process of protecting children from the government. Not no predators, nothing. Y'all the only predators. We're only protecting children from y'all. We only protecting ourselves from y'all. I don't know why y'all online trying to convince us anything and then trying to do psyops on us or use this we us. No, you guys are predators. You're criminals. You're perverts. You do psyops on people's pages. So you're practicing military on people. You know what I'm saying? You're using our tax dollars to practice military shit on us. We not about to act like this is not military tactics. So the hell with all that shit, you know what I'm saying? The hell with all that. We're just being adults about it. That's the difference. Y'all keep putting yourselves in a position like it's seen a different way. No, it's past the fact of if people wanted to really rebel or really protest or whatever. It's way past that. We're just more adults and letting y'all bury yourselves. That's what we doing. It's a new shift. I don't know what y'all think y'all doing, but y'all past the credibility point, way past that. You know what I'm saying? Like way past that. And we actually wanted to be destructive. We would have did that about 7 years ago. You know what I'm saying? To be honest. We just learning y'all right now. We learning y'all. We peeping game. That's what we doing. We like, all right, this is all the ways they've been trying to motivate us. This is all the ways they've been trying to make us enemies. This is all the ways that, like, this is what we looking at right now. You know what I'm saying? How much bullshit y'all are and how much y'all really need us for anything. So for y'all to even be in a positive position, y'all gotta put us in negative positions. Y'all ain't shit without people. Like, y'all ain't shit. Y'all ain't shit. Think about having a news channel talking about a whole bunch of shit nobody give a fuck about. Think about having movies about a whole bunch of shit nobody give a fuck about. Think about having a whole bunch of documentaries about gods nobody give a fuck about. Nobody give a fuck about Zeus. Nobody give a fuck about y'all praising y'all colonist gods and threatening people with symbology. Nobody cares about that. That grow the fuck up. Any grown, stinking ass man or woman online or on fucking TV using our tax dollars to talk about motherfucking Zeus or what happened in the motherfucking these fucking lands over here, over there, and they not even over there, they over here in America. Vote that shit out. Fuck on. Fuck on. You are out of your fucking mind. You are fucking LD. You are slow. We are not in that shift. We are not in that phase. For somebody to be a grown-ass 60-year-old fucking kid in the brain, believing in B theory time, superhero Zeus, fucking documentaries that you took our tax dollars to fucking do. I know we ain't in that motherfucker. This is a fucking grown-ass perverts. Just, hey, we might can believe this if Zeus stroked down. Are you fucking kidding me? These are fucking kids. Hell fucking no. Get the fuck out of here. Fucking kids. A grown-ass kid, you can't be 60, 70 years old thinking like that. Hell nah. Ain't no way you about to be 60, 70-year-old and creating a whole broadcast. This is how these people think. You have to, we make content. You got to sit around, write out a script, make sure your broadcasting gets slides out. Do y'all be seeing some of these documentaries about fucking kid shit? That's what I be talking about. And these be the same people be having the nerve to be like in people's chats and shit like that and things and thinking they be having higher moral grounds and shit like that. But you be having whole hour 45-minute documentaries about Zeus. Nah, man. Nah. Y'all let stupid people get away with stupid shit too far, like too long. To the point that it's like comfort zones and other areas that I don't even think they think about that. I don't know why they think we think like that. For real. That is mental illness. How dare somebody from that family claim that P. Diddy need a straitjacket? Our tax dollars actually went towards a whole live broadcast about motherfucking Zeus, bruh. The fuck? Now you see why these people be jealous and hating. This what the fuck they be talking about. And try to broadcast shit like that, like this the most popular thing, or whatever the case may be. Like all them Allah gods and shit like that, whatever the fuck they come. Them white boy shit. That's they beliefs. Some of the stupid ass mental concepts I ever heard in my motherfucking life for people to even be in positions and acting these things out. Like, are you crazy? This is wild. And y'all let these people get away with these punk ass beliefs and built whole government systems around them and shit like that. Y'all are out of y'all minds. I wish somebody would come somewhere and talk about Jehovah this, Jehovah. What the fuck is you even talking about? Are you out of your mind? Are you slow? That's what y'all the only ones be in court and don't think when they say justice is they Jesus or Zeus or whatever. That's the white boy shit. No, stupid shit. That's why y'all don't know how to talk in court. Don't let no white boy to say this for justice or this for, or do you believe in God? They get ready to use a whole bunch of demotic terms that is about the ego now. And if you worship them internally, but act like that ain't what's going on by the verbal rhetoric they mix with the words and shit like that. That's what that shit about. That shit ain't about nothing else. Don't practice going to hell with nobody. That's how you go to hell. Do not participate in anybody's forms to go to hell. And you tell these people you do not know them. I do not know you. Whatever government name you have, that government name, but I don't know you. Whatever's on your mind is foreign. That is not natural. So it don't matter what they do, they will go to hell. You won't be there. You know what I'm saying? Because it's unnatural, general. You can't escape nature. I don't give a fuck how you look at it. You're doing nature's. Nobody told you to even create a punk ass job like that. You know what I'm saying? So if you think you a judge, you going to hell to judge your goddamn self. Because you ain't doing it morality. So if you judging people who ain't part of your family or part of your culture, you going to hell. Because you doing it for a job and it was created based upon an establishment of strangers fucking with other strangers. If it ain't no communion, kinship, territory concept, you going to hell. Because you got no business putting your nose in people you don't know. The end. That's just life in general. I can give a fuck. With y'all talking about property and shit like that don't mean anything. You ain't gonna be able to take a piece of land with you once you die. You ain't gonna be able to take no money. You ain't gonna be able to take no motherfucking rock with you. Bitch, only thing you gonna take is your fucking dumbass mental experience. And hopefully it's Zeus. Asshole. I hope it's Zeus. I hope it's all them pharaoh gods. I hope you go somewhere where you got a bird's face and you got a motherfucker human body and you gonna look like something stupider than where you just came from, a human. Stupid ass. These people are retarded. But yeah. Y'all stay spiritually protected. You know what I'm saying? Because you need to have your mind right, because there's an absolute earth, there's a holy, holy earth, and then that's this earth. And that's just you making your organs and you being a well-oiled running machine. The furthest that's just gonna go is just making somebody jealous of you. Anything else don't even exist. It's bullshit. All the way down to whatever you think you're doing on a day-to-day and watching Love and Hip-Hop or some government concept, but all of that is fake. All of that is an illusion. There's a bunch of humans crowding together doing dumb shit. The end. You know what I'm saying? So you just do what you gotta do to survive and be yourself and create healthy times, healthy culture in your own dwelling place, in your own surrounding. And if you're online, speak to your people. Once it go beyond that and things of that nature, you didn't get lost in some type of bribery concept that you don't even know where that's going. Leave people in their own hell. See what I'm saying? For a person to have to bribe in the first place, let you know where that seed start. You can't do it yourself. And if we're talking about mental bribery at this moment to attract attention of others, then we're dealing with a spiritual game right now. So we know who's on the losing end. And we know who's going to hell and been going to hell. So don't ever think you in a situation of, oh, well, it's people who rule the world. And it just seemed like no one ever gets them, or whatever the case may be. You sound like people could live for 2,000 years. People die just like your grandmother. These people are in hell. Do you understand that? They ain't get away with nothing. And then when they was living, they was sicker than you. So anytime something happened to you, for them to even create a jealous God, it's because they already getting fucked over inside and by the atmosphere or something like that. So don't motherfucker think that it's somebody getting away with something. You living now with someone who's in a nepotism position from what someone who then died already did. Not that person being the same person, bitch. There ain't none of them saying I'm back. They saying I'm that. Or they'd be doing the same thing Andrew Jackson was doing. And if they try to do it, they're going to get more resistance. So it's just showing you that they're on the losing end. They've been evaporating. And they're trying to learn how to be more peaceful, but they haven't got out of the ego yet, so they're still doing negative shit. You know what I'm saying? But that's it. It ain't going no further than that. They need people, or they wouldn't even have no news channel. It'd be whatever they do. We look at them as gods, and we want to do it after them. They didn't even start the situation like that. You know what I'm saying? So this is letting you know it's all manipulation and some shit. It ain't shit. They're not about shit. That's it. A group of people coming together that's funky and didn't wash their ass once upon a time. But I love all y'all from the bottom of my heart. Flight boss, bitch, you know. But show, you're not listening to the mind of an Terry's moon. I am the royal archangel Uriel. You're going to carry God duties and motherfucking responsibilities. And go further than that.